My name is Susanna Sharinian, and I'm one of the therapists here at CWFL. For starters, on today's Thriving Thursday, we will be discussing how to maintain daily mindfulness. With that being said, what is mindfulness? These 3 bullet points pretty much give a little bit of a background as to what mindfulness is. Mindfulness is as simple as bringing our awareness to the present moment. Instead of worrying about, what happened in the past, what's going to happen in the future, we kind of forget both of those aspects and we pay attention to what is going on present moment. Learning how to be more mindful will bring awareness to these negative tendencies of kind of not living in the present, but more so reliving the past or focusing on the future. So learning how to grasp this really, truly important tactic of being a mindful person will go a long way. A lot of the information that is provided in this PowerPoint is from a book that I will suggest for those of you who are interested at the very end, but the citation is on the bottom of the PowerPoint. With that being said, what are some benefits to mindfulness? Well, some of them are greater awareness of our thoughts and emotions. If you are more so in tune with yourself and you are aware of your emotions, you will be able to be a more mindful person. Secondly, you will have a better control of your emotions. With that being said, you will be able to tune in with yourself if you're sad, if you're happy, if you're anxious, if you need to ask for help. When you are aware of your thoughts and emotions, you are more likely to be able to better control them, or at least manage them. Third, a different relationship with our thoughts. When you have a better understanding of your thoughts and emotions, you are more likely to have a better understanding of yourself and the emotions you may be feeling, some aspects of your life you may be wanting to change or adjust. Lastly, you will have a decreased reactivity and increased proactivity towards any issue you may be experiencing. Now, with that being said, instead of being negative towards a situation you may be experiencing, you can more so be proactive by finding a solution for it, perhaps looking at all the positives in the negative situation you may be in. So these are just some of the benefits of being a mindful person and at least learning to grasp onto these better kind of tendencies. Now, mindfulness in action. These are some ways that you can start practicing mindfulness. One of the ways is to focus your attention on your sensory experiences. And your sensory experiences may include sight, sound, as well as your thoughts, feelings, body sensations. So really truly focusing on those sensory experiences in your body is going to make you a more mindful person. What is happening in the moment? Allow your experience to be as it is. Not what happened yesterday, not what's going to happen tomorrow, but more so what is happening as we speak. And then bringing a beginner's mind to the activity. Let go of expectations. Go into your kind of present moment as though it's your first time experiencing it. Don't take in any experiences from previously with you or some experiences you think that will happen. Go in as though you are going into this experience as a brand new person, as a beginner. Allow the experience to take as long as it takes rather than trying to rush through it. So for instance, if you have a deadline at work, of course you need to meet the deadline. However, allow it to take as long as it needs to take in a healthy manner. Of course, you want to be mindful of the fact that you have a due date, but bring yourself back to present moment and acknowledge that by trying to rush through it, you might not be being mindful of the present moment. Take the time to get that project done in a healthy manner. Grab onto aspects of experiences you like and push away the parts you dislike. Now, with that being said, gravitate towards the positives in any negative situation. and try to kind of divert yourself from the negative ones. This too will bring a lot of positivity and mindful thinking patterns into your day-to-day actions and experiences. Allow thoughts to come and go. Recognize that these are just thoughts. Sometimes when we get too deep into our thoughts, we come to think these thoughts are realities. However, they may in reality just be thoughts. Think about them as they are thoughts and kind of let them go. Practice on not getting too deep into your thoughts, but also don't be resisting them. Acknowledge that you are feeling this way, feel for it, and then let go of it. Lastly, bringing mindfulness to your daily routines. These are some of the kind of daily routine activities you may want to do in order to bring just kind of daily mindful tactics to your day-to-day lives. Taking a shower. By taking a shower, you are activating a lot of your sensory emotions, bodily, physical sensations. You are kind of dealing with water touching your body. That's a sensation you will feel. And that kind of goes to bring you to present moment. Daily grooming, whatever that may look like to you, whether that is brushing your hair, doing your nails, shaving, whatever that may look like to you. Do that with a mindful tactic. Acknowledge what you are doing when you are kind of taking that day-to-day action of your daily grooming. Pay attention to what you are doing that present moment. Being outdoors. When you go on a walk, do your very best to kind of put away that headphone, get off that phone, and just kind of pay attention to the leaves next to you, to the birds chirping, a dog barking. Really, truly be mindful of that present moment. Eating. Oftentimes when we're eating, we like to binge watch a show we've been watching for some time, talk on the phone or text. I suggest putting away that phone, turning off that TV, and just kind of eating and feeling for that food, and just kind of being mindful of what is happening present moment. Reading a book is another good way to be a mindful person. At the end of this PowerPoint, I will go ahead and suggest quite a few books that you guys may want to kind of look into as a mindfulness books. So that is something I will provide at the end of the presentation. Listening to someone is another really good way to be a mindful person. Active listeners are different than just listeners. When you are actively listening, you are present in the moment. You are tuning in with the person and whatever it is that they may be going through, whether that is a hurdle or a happy thought. So listening to somebody is actually a really, really good way to bring yourself back to mindful present moment. And then going to bed early. Be mindful of the fact that you are going to bed early. Acknowledge it and be up for it. This is another really good way to be mindful because you will have that extra 15 minutes to kind of unwind and think about everything that went on through that day and then what is happening present moment. These are some of the mindfulness books I mentioned I would be providing for our participants today. First and foremost, a lot of the PowerPoint information came from a science-based book. It is by Dr. Seth Gillihan, Cognitive Behavioral Therapy Made Simple. It's fairly inexpensive. It's on Amazon. It's a book I highly suggest if you are looking to kind of be a more mindful person. It is more so a workbook. So you will go ahead and read a chapter and then the book will ask you to do some exercises. So I highly, highly suggest this book. And then there's also another one called Mindfulness, an 8-Week Plan for Finding Peace in a Frantic World by Danny and Mark Williams. This is also a really good read. It is a very good book to bring mindfulness. It is a plan book. So if you are looking for something a little bit more concrete, I highly suggest this book. It is a 8-week plan kind of a book. And lastly, this last book is a classic book. Wherever you go, there you are. It's by Jon Kabat-Zinn. It's a really good read. It's one of the best books when it comes to mindfulness. He is one of the pioneers of mindfulness. So I highly, highly suggest this book as well. All 3 books are on Amazon. They may be at your local public libraries and you may want to check them out. But I highly suggest every single one of them. I will go ahead and open up the platform for some questions. And the next time you come to think you aren't being mindful, think about this picture. Is your mind full or are you being mindful?
Thank